Alright, so before we start, okay, today we have had a long day of conference. Okay, I'm sure it was exciting, but we have an after party at Louvre. Okay, do you know where Louvre is? It's at Odeon Towers. Okay, and our after party will start at 8 p.m. So do be there, okay? Because it's a great opportunity for networking and also to, catch up on old times or new times. Okay, so are you guys ready for our next 5 teams? Are 5 teams ready? Yeah? Are you guys nervous? Okay, they are like smiling very weakly. Okay, first of all, let us give the USA team a big round of applause. Gimme! Come on up on stage. Come on. Where is Gimme? Okay, are you ready?
I hope so.
You're familiar, right, with 6 minutes of pitching and 6 minutes of feedback and yes, and questions. All right. So your 6 minutes starts now.
Okay, thank you. Hi everyone, my name is David. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called Gimme, and we've come up with a fun way to distribute coupons in mobile apps. So coupons, as you saw from perks, are pretty fun in itself. What we've done is add a layer of gamification on top of that, and we've come up with a cool way to distribute it. So we've come up with first a little overview for the investors and startups in the audience about some of the things we've seen. Being based in the US, we have a big picture view. Although most of our team is actually here from Singapore, we do get a lot of knowledge and talking to investors and other startups there. And something we keep hearing is the huge opportunities outside the US. So if you look at the top part of this chart in terms of mobile penetration rates, you can see here we've circled on the left South America. Brazil is 110%, meaning that there's more people with phones than there are people living there. Likewise, here in Southeast Asia, you can look at Vietnam, which is crazy, because people there have a lot of cheap phones. And you can see China, people are excited there because it's not yet caught up to the penetration rate in the US. There are challenges, however, on mobile. So one of the big challenges, you heard from other people here earlier, for example, Keep and companies who are doing advertising. In our space with rewards, it's very difficult to make money in advertising outside the US. And you can see here, although $20 billion gets spent on traditional advertising in China, there's only $200 million that gets spent on mobile advertising. So you divide that by all the different apps and all the key players, there's not a lot of money to be made. And that's what we're trying to come up with, and that's the problem we're tackling, is how do you make money for a developer inside an emerging country? And we've come up with a way to do that, which is using coupons, which we believe, and other people have believed, is $1 billion opportunity. In fact, $46 billion opportunity is in mobile coupons in the next couple of years. So our solution is essentially a white label solution, which is distribute coupons in a game-like manner. So you would be playing a game, you would get points in the game, and those points would correspond to a coupon of various value. Users would get the points through any number of different ways. So you could get points by making an in-app purchase, by leveling up in the game, by sharing something, by checking in the game. And every time you get a coupon, you're going to be prompted to sign into a social network. We currently support 2 different social networks. And each one of the stores that we partner with, they give us 3 different levels of coupons, ranging from 10 to 20% off, to 50 to 70% off, and eventually 100% off. So again, the coupon system is made into a game into itself, and it becomes like a reward. But really, for us, unlike other people in the States who are doing rewards are just a gimmick. Our bread and butter and our whole business is predicated just distributing 10 to 20% off coupons. And it actually turns out that users are willing to use those coupons. And the model is actually not that complex. We get coupons and free product samples from stores. We have algorithms and a way to correspond those coupons and free product samples to different types of categories. And we put those different coupons inside games, which users then unlock. So we have 2 ways to distribute our product, which is either through a SDK, which is standalone software that developers download from a website, or what we started doing now, which we're really excited about, is an API, completely white labeled. So you'd be playing a game and you'd never see Gimme at all. You would get the points in the game, And those points in the game would unlock any type of coupon that either the content owner has or from our own inventory. And the business model is also very simple. So in emerging markets, people already pay for coupons to be distributed in magazines, on TV. All we tell them is that, give me your existing coupons and I'll distribute it to more users than you can get right now with a higher conversion rate. That's my pitch. And so far, it's been making money. So 10% off coupon, you prepay 1,000 coupons, and when those coupons get used, you pay me money. If you prepay for a higher number of coupons, then you pay me less money. If you give me more product samples and more free goods, then you don't have to pay me as much per coupon. So we have a lot of different negotiation we can do. Our company, here we're listed as the US, but quite honestly, outside of me, none of us are actually from the US or even work there. Our whole team is based here in the region, either from China or Singapore. But we worked in the US because we wanted to understand the market, and we wanted to basically conduct a number of tests. And the test that we conducted was to show that users are willing to use a 10 to 20% coupon when they're playing a game. And so far, we've been seeing that there's a 10-time conversion rate versus online or email for these coupons. And the average user is actually doing 5 redemptions per month. By accident, we actually discovered that through one of our new investors who's in Brazil, that we can make money in emerging markets. So for us, Brazil is actually our most profitable market. And I can guarantee for any app developer out there through our distribution, we can make you money in Brazil right now. I don't know of any other startup, let alone ad network, who can make that claim, but because we have distribution, we actually are profitable in Brazil, and we can make money through very big partners, through our agency relationships, through our distribution relationships. We're looking to take what we learned in Brazil here to Asia. We work with a lot of different standalone games, and this is who we are. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. And now for the judges, okay, for your feedback and also your questions. 6 minutes, here you go.
So you have an SDK which I assume developers will use to insert the coupons into their game, is that correct?
Yes.
So what's the value proposition to the development community?
So there's 2 value propositions for them. First is we give you free products that you can give out to your most loyal fans. So in turn, your users will play your game 6 minutes longer than average, and they'll buy 25% more in-app purchases for digital goods. The other benefit is we pay you. Every one of the coupons that gets used in your app, we give you at least 50% of the revenue.
There's thousands of games out there. How do you reach the game developers? That's one. 2, in terms of monetization, I mean, game developers have a really tough time monetizing.
Right.
Even the apps is the same thing. So how do you reach those people? And I mean, putting coupons is one thing, but they have to get to the top of the barrel. Right now they're at the bottom of the barrel, they have to eat their way to the top. So how do you help that?
So the first question is how we get developers, right? And for the first 4 months, we struggled with that problem because there's a lot of SDKs in the States, and it doesn't work well outside of the US as well, which is why we've adapted APIs. So for us, for example, in Brazil, we work with different OEMs, different tablets, very large publishers, as well as digital ad agencies who actually are using our products and already have existing developer relationships, or they're very big publishers that have millions of users already. So we automatically have a lot of distribution, which makes it then easy to get the coupons in front of the users. We're not looking to build like an ad mob, we're looking to do more affiliate marketing coupon distribution. It's completely different than what you see with a lot of the SDKs and third-party companies, because we don't care about the Gimme brand, we care about making money. That's what developers want.
What is the offer to the brand from an ease of purchase point of view?
That's a good question. So we basically let them tell us. So you could have a perks type setup if that's what they want, where they could send us a code. It could be printed out. It could be sent to their email. Because we have their Facebook, we could send them a message on Facebook. We could direct them what to do. They could do an online redemption right away. It's really store dependent on whatever type of redemption checkout they want. All we do is get that user with a coupon code, and then we give a link that can basically go to anything, or we can tell them to do anything.
So what about targeting? If I want to reach moms, can I reach moms? If I want to reach school kids, can I reach school kids? What's the, how do you target? Is there an interface, or is that a person?
Yes, we have a back-end interface, so every store on our system says what demographics and what markets they want, and then we identify that with the different content providers we have. So because we're not doing an ad network, every single app that we work with, or every single content owner, has a different list of sponsors in stores. Or they may have their own sponsors in stores because it's white labeled.
Is that a self-serve model, or did you have to make that connection?
The SDK is self-serve. The API is actually completely customized and integrated. And in fact, we have 3 paid customers right now who are, so we get paid twice. They actually pay to use the APIs because we've customized it for them. Plus then we still get revenue on the coupons. So we actually we're moving more in that direction because these players are significantly larger because they want to maintain the branding. They don't want to see Gimme in the name. And if they use the SDK, they still have to get Gimme points. But if they use the API, they can use the game points. Or in the case of Brazil, you have a magazine that can be the magazine's loyalty system. So people really love that.
And in the event that the game developer wants to change the content or the coupon that they're putting into their game, how easy is that to change?
5 minutes or less. So it's all in the system. You log into the portal, and then you update basically the duration that you want to last that promotion to expire, or what app you want to target. You have that flexibility as a sponsor. So it's very dynamic. As you can see here from our team, we're very heavy on the game side. So we've made our coupons like a game. So my co-founder was the second employee hired from PodCap to lead mobile. So he was there for almost 5.5 years. He led Task Force Zombies, and we're advised by Jason Citron, who was the founder of OpenFate. So a lot of our stuff is like game-like. And then the other half of our team has been selling sponsorships and advertising. So this is really a merger and understanding what is in the mindset of the people who have the content, as well as the people who are trying to sell into that audience.
So how many developers are currently using your SDK?
In the US, we have 25 partners. In Brazil, right now, there's 5 partners who are live. But not, again, because of the way our model works, you won't necessarily know that they're using us.
Sorry, you don't know whether they're using you?
You wouldn't know that they would be using us because it's not a network. It wouldn't be branded.
But in terms of how many people are using your SDK in order to monetize, I mean, the way I look at it, the value proposition to developers is that we can help you monetize your applications.
Right.
To the brands is that we can basically give you opportunities to distribute coupons to certain demographics.
Right, and we're starting to actually talk with carriers as well, and handset companies. In Brazil, we're working with 4 OEM handset companies because they already have the distribution.
Well, it sounds like you've got a bit of a chicken and egg situation here, because which comes first, the demand of the brands who are obviously looking for the audience, or the developers who are saying that, am I really going to make money out of your platform? So which one is more important? I mean, you're having to tackle both ends, right, to make money.
Distribution is more important. Getting the coupons is not hard at all.
All right, thank you, Gimme. Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you.